I bought my Ram, I had this vision. I'm talking blacked out, modify, loud, and also most definitely fast. And I mean a kind of truck that really turn heads everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere I show up, people breaking their neck to take a look at it. And let's be real, honestly, I really thought building this truck was going to be something like simple, like a walk in the park, but there's more stuff now with the stage I'm at. There's a whole lot that really has to go down when you are trying to build a pickup truck, a car, any kind of vehicle. And let's be real, some of us really think that it's really simple to where I'm saying all you got to do is buy the mods, install the mods, and enjoy the truck. But in reality though, there's like a whole lot more stuff that really go behind you trying to take a vehicle like this from stock and modify it in the way that you really picture it in your head. And a lot of people don't really get too much into details about that, especially if you watch content on YouTube. I watch different kind of YouTube channels and things like that. And sometimes when we see these 20, 30 minutes or even 15 minutes long videos, we really don't understand that stuff like this really don't happen in one day, especially when it comes to you modifying, doing anything special to any kind of vehicle at the end of the day. It don't happen overnight. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, after owning this Ram for about 2 years now, and let's say probably I spent roughly somewhere around like $7 grand into this truck. Mistakes I made, mods that I really shouldn't really have put on this truck. I'll say rush into putting on this truck. Now, I just want to be real with you guys today in this video. And most of the time, if you are not behind the camera, you are the one who watching. I feel like when you are watching like a video of somebody modifying their car and truck and things like that, nobody really tell you what it really like, what kind of headache you got to go through, and how long all this stuff really take. And you guys know my truck right now, it's still a stock truck. I still got a ton of things I got to do to this truck. And the crazy thing is, I'm not really even halfway to where I really want this truck to be. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys the full truth about when it comes to you modifying a vehicle and things like that, what nobody really want to bring up and talk about. Nobody really talk about the good things. I mean, like the parts that I'm saying, like the headaches you got to go through. And most of the time when we are watching somebody modifying their car or truck at the end of the day, you always see like the good stuff, but you don't really know about like the behind the scene things that you got to go through. So that's what really I'm going to be talking about today in this video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new here, my name is Al, 57Al, whatever you want to call me. And this is my Ram right here behind me. And I'll be honest with you guys, this Ram has taught me a lot. I'm saying a lot. Honestly, within the last couple years, out of all my vehicle I ever owned, I think I have put more money into this truck. Well, I wouldn't say I have put more money into this truck because my third generation I had before. I think I spent a little bit more than what I spent with this truck. But honestly, I would say now with where I'm at, I would say fully modifying this truck, I'm talking about engine, transmission, everything, what I have planned. I have learned a lot though within the last 2 years of owning this truck, and we are not really fully where we need to be yet. We haven't even done most of the major things yet with this truck. And I'm gonna be clear with you guys, right? This is not just about the truck or mods at the end of the day, what I learned so far about owning this truck and doing the things I want to do with it. I'm saying more about patience, money, and how you really got to be planning things. Honestly, what really matters when you are building a vehicle or modifying a vehicle, I feel like nowadays social media really make you look like everything is like a walk in the park, where you are just simply going out there, ordering your parts and then installing your parts on your truck or car at the end of the day. And then, you get away to drive your car. Pretty much is that simple. But that's not the case. And you guys got to understand, everybody always posting the finished products. Nobody really want to talk about the downside, the money you losing, and pretty much the mistakes, the setbacks. And that's what I really want to be able to talk about today into this video. This is not the first vehicle I've ever modified before. I've modified plenty of vehicles off camera, but obviously this is the one that I decided to really be able to, take my YouTube thing serious and stuff. And obviously, this is the truck that really got me into doing YouTube. Now, this is the first thing most people ask me is, why a Ram? Why not a Ford? Why not a Chevy or Toyota and things like that? And honestly, the answer is really, really simple for you guys, right? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys, right? This is not my first Dodge Ram truck. The first time ever that I really drove a 5.7 Hemi. This was a 2005, I think, Dodge Ram 1500, and it was a 5.7. And now, honestly, that sound, that torque, and that feeling, it felt a little bit different, honestly, and it felt like it was my vehicle, and that's how I really got into the Ram trucks. Besides, honestly, too, I'm gonna be real, I just believe that Ram always had like out of all the trucks out there, Ram had one of them real mean, aggressive look. Honestly, that's what I really think. That's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to go with a fourth generation Dodge Ram, because I just feel like overall, out of all the generations out there for Ram, the fourth gens have like the most aggressive look ever, even for diesel trucks. If you are planning on buying diesel, I know this is a gas truck, I'm gonna go off topic a little bit. We all know for a fact the fourth generation Ram is the way for you to go. And this is one of the biggest lie in the truck community about building a truck, right? Most people out there think that building a truck is about parts, and it's not really. You guys got to understand, building a truck is about the decisions that you make, and also every mod affect another mod. That's how you got to really look at it, because every upgrade leads to something else that you really have to upgrade, and every dollar spent create another thing pretty much that you want. Since I decided to lower the truck, now, yes, I lowered the truck, but this is another thing now, right? Since the truck is lower, now we have to upgrade. I would say we have to pretty much upgrade the whole suspension. It's not just about the lowering springs being on there, because you guys know for a fact when I bought this lowering kit, lowering springs, it wasn't like a whole one package, so I have to upgrade the upper control arm, lower control arm. I'm talking about it just so the truck could be able to ride right. Once you install one mod and something that really affect the truck at the end of the day with driving, you got to understand, you can't just leave it as it is, because at some point, some kind of issue going to come up and you're going to have to change up that part. And that's exactly how it is right now. I still got to upgrade my lower control arm because the truck doesn't drive bad, but you could tell that some of the suspension parts on there that was OEM have to become like, I got to upgrade them so I could be able to get the best ride quality that I can out of me lowering the truck. And the crazy thing is, this truck is not even that low. I would say it is low, but it's not like slammed, because I still have my four-wheel drive and stuff. I still want to be able to use it. And you guys know we did muffler delete. We did the 5-inch exhaust tip. Now we have to get a full custom exhaust on the truck. This is not barely everything done. We only just got a muffler delete on the truck, and she sound like the way she sound, but there is still more things that we have to upgrade. Once I upgrade like the exhaust itself, now I got to get a long tube headers, and pretty much in order for you to have, like, for me, like when you modify any kind of vehicle at the end of the day, you have to upgrade pretty much. When you're doing exhaust, I always say this, don't do half, like don't try to go half with the exhaust system. Just do like from like the back and call it a day and stuff like that. I would say pretty much you got to do some long tube headers, like the full exhaust. I know exhaust is expensive, but you got to understand that's just what it comes with when you are planning on modifying any kind of vehicle, especially if you want the best performance out of your truck, car at the end of the day. You just got to go, you got to do like the full length, go to full length, and you can't really try to cheap out on things like that. So if I lost every mod on this truck tomorrow and I could only keep one, right? It will be this one thing, I'll be honest with you guys, that I feel like this mod, since I did it, really changed up overall everything about this truck. I'm saying how she drive, pretty much overall performance and things like that. Not because it's the most expensive, not because it's the most impressive and things like that, but because it's the one that I notice every single day when I get in this truck and start it up, and start driving it. For me, I would say it's gonna have to be like the custom tune. Like, honestly, out of everything I've done, I know I haven't done much to this truck yet, but I would say the custom tune, even though it cost me a lot of money to do, transmission and engine tune, I would say that's like my favorite mod right there. I would keep out of everything else because it most definitely, on a day-to-day basis, driving this truck, it really does make this truck perform a whole lot, like a whole lot better. It's crazy because it's really something that's just simple. I wouldn't say simple, but it's not like something that I did, like you installing some kind of mod or something like that. Just you installing like a program and stuff to make the car behave different. And trust me, it really is, to me, worth it 100%. Now, let's talk about the stuff that nobody really wants to admit. Now, the mistake, trust me, right? I have made a few, and I'll be real with you guys. Like, you know, you live and learn. Mods I shouldn't have really bought, money I shouldn't have really spent, and decision I would say I would have absolutely, like, if I had the option to go back, I would probably do it differently. But I'm be honest, right? I would say like the mod that I really shouldn't have like done in this way is, for me, I feel like when I was lowering this truck, I should have just got like a complete kit, because I mean, what I did is kind of special, to be honest, but it really cost me a little bit more money, because if I would have got like a complete lowering spring kit, it would have came with the upper control arm, lower control arm, everything else. Even now, with just me just doing the coilovers in the front, in the back, I still have to install parts. I still have to buy extra parts for the back side. In the front, I got to get lower control arm. There's still stuff that I really still have to upgrade. If I would have went the route where I would have just bought like a whole complete kit, it would have made a difference. But then when I think about it now, the only reason why I decided to go that route too, because I didn't want the truck to be extremely low with like some of the drops. I was looking at, I think Beltec, well, not Beltec, but IHC suspension. I forgot. Yeah, IHC suspension. I don't know. That's how you say that name. But that's one of like the well-known lowering spring kits and things like that most of these Ram trucks use. And I seen how low it make the truck, and I really didn't want the truck to be that low. Also, I wanted to do something a little bit more different by doing a 5th generation coilovers on the truck, because from my knowledge back then, I mean, a couple years ago, I don't think you could now, but the coilovers I have, those are for a 5th generation Ram, not a 4th gen. They were just modified to be able to fit on a 4th gen, and they are fully adjustable, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, you live and learn from your mistakes, but I'll say that's like one of my major mistakes right there I made. Now, the real cost, right? Let's talk about numbers. The number that everybody really wants to know. The question is, how much money have I really spent on this truck, right? With my 2 years, I'll say 2 years now of ownership. Looking back, it's probably more than I should have, but I can't really, like, I'm gonna say though, like, I know roughly, I would say I probably spent somewhere around like $7,000 so far in mods. And it's crazy because that money really could have done like so much more with the work I want to do now with the truck under the hood and transmission and things like that. But it is what it is, you know. But every truck owner watching this already know the story, how the story pretty much ends. Now, suspension alone, that's like what? I think that's like what, 15, almost $2,000, right? Almost like $2,000, depending though, because I remember just for like the coilovers I have on this truck, that was around like $900. And to really sit and think about it, damn, it still really hurt my heart to think that I really should have bought like a complete kit. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. I think that was like the first or second, I think that was like the 3rd biggest mod that I've done to this truck. But I was kind of real excited though. Out of everything, I really just wanted to see this truck lower. That was like the reason. I think that's like one of my reasons why I decided to go the route like, yo, I'm gonna get some lowering springs first for this truck and do this and do that. So after everything, I know we are not nowhere close to being done with this truck. Now, the money, the mistake, the upgrade, and also the maintenance and things like that. So far, with my 2-year ownership, was it worth it? I'll say, to be honest, yes, it is, because the way I look at it, right, this truck is not really just about transportation anymore to me. Anything that I start modifying, I feel like is more like part of my story, part of my journey and things like that. It's like a story that I'm telling, because at the end of the day, the way I want to modify this truck is pretty much like an image in my head that I'm pretty much creating, bringing it to life, bringing it to life. Can't get my words out, but like, for example, when I did the 5-inch exhaust tip, that's pretty much another idea that I had in my head. I'm not saying I'm the only one out here that I've done it before, but this is just like something that I picture in my head with this truck when I first got it and everything else. But we have so much more things that I have to do to this truck that's going to really completely change it up. Especially one of the biggest thing is when it comes to me really modifying this truck, once I really start getting into doing like road mods, that's when you guys gonna really understand and see, like, yo, he's building something that's gonna be fast and gonna be fun to drive. Now I want to be able to hear from you guys, right? What's the best modification you ever done to your truck? If you got one of these trucks, and what's the one mod you pretty much regret? Drop it in a comment. Let me know what you guys gotta say. I'm gonna read the comments and stuff like that. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, I know I talked a lot, and I'm gonna keep talking a lot right now, but I definitely want to say I appreciate your time. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and peace out.